We literally filmed the perfect intro, but my SD card made this out of it.
Morning everyone on YouTube.
No! Anyways, let's do another intro.
Okay.
Alright guys, so we are arrived at the Nurburgring Driving Safety Center. The parking lot is filling up and we're going to our registration now, and then we will show you some cars from the parking lot, some interesting cars. Yeah, so keep in touch and stay tuned.
Dennis is the cameraman today.
Yeah.
It's my day off.
Because it's early in the morning, the MR2 is a little bit sleepy at the moment, but I think, we turn him on the track later, so he's not that sleepy and gets awake. So I'm going to take on my shirt for the photo shooting, and my sunglasses left the chat for today, so yeah, hopefully the sun comes out, that it gets a little bit more warm, but anyway, so hopefully I see anything and it's not so heavy from the sun. Also, we're going to look what is Joey doing. He's just doing 90s car stuff, so get the the battery back on.
Back on.
Back on. Because you will see, just a slowly driver, no one is sitting in and he's on the brake, so he will be on the brake the whole day because the brake light switch is broken.
Yep.
But that will be
but
fixed
I got my key with me.
In another video, so...
Okay. So, car is super dirty. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, it's pretty dirty because it's been sitting for 2 weeks now, and I've just got back from my girlfriend to go to the track day, but we'll take care of the Stagea during winter. Got to change the brake, whatever switch that is, which is not expensive, which is cool, but it's a pain in the ass to switch, but I'll get it done. That's the current state of the car, and you're probably gonna see more of this during the winter or next year, but we'll see what we can film.
Yeah.
Because
hopefully we get some time for filming and fixing the cars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well, they got to be ready for the next season, right?
Yeah, that the next season will start better than this season with some issues and some breakdowns. So hopefully the next season will be better. But I think this event here is a nice chance to check if the cars are running good. And we'll see.
We'll make it happen. For this video, we didn't really talk that much because it was a packed full day. So we're gonna switch over to voiceover right now, and I'm gonna show you guys what we've been up to the whole day. So it started off with getting there, as you saw in the intro, and we hooked up with some friends and drove there together. Sadly, like we said before, the intro was kind of shitty because my camera really didn't, probably too early, didn't really work that well. But here we were checking out the cars. There were some pretty cool cars. So the idea behind this whole day, the track day, was for modified car owners to pretty much get to know their cars better and also drive safer in the future. It was pretty cool because we also had a police officer there that really knew his stuff. With, modifying cars in Germany, it's always questionable, but possible, which is good that it is still possible. And, any questions you had, didn't matter what questions you had, you got answers. And you got good professional answers, which was kind of nice. Normally you don't really talk to people that know what they're doing in that sense. So it was refreshing. But really nice guy. We also had one from TÜV there, which TÜV is pretty much like Shaken in Japan, or inspection that you have to go through every year or every 2 years. So your car is road legal and also is okay to drive on the streets. There were a lot of nice cars. Some were heavily modified, some weren't. Some were very tasteful, others were all out. But nothing too crazy here on this meet because everything had to be street legal. In order for your application, because you had to apply to take part in this track day, everything had to, of course, be road legal and be safe for German standards. So here we start with a few exercises that we went through. We had this super cool instructor. He was such a madman on the walkie-talkie. So funny, the guy. So we started with some full-on braking, and we've done a few runs of that in the wet. It was pretty cool because I never really, I've done full-on braking before in this car because of weird drivers that were around, but not while it was modified. So that was really nice to see. And also this part where I was on the very smooth surface, it was like ice. You can't even describe it. It looks like a normal road which was painted, but it was slick as ice with the paint on it. So that was really interesting to see how the car reacts there, because I will never drive the car in the winter. At least I'm not planning on, because after the restoration and everything, I don't want to risk, getting the car rusty and stuff, because that was way too much work. And here we had to do a lane switch. That was very interesting as well, because the more you would turn, the less the car would actually turn. You would just go straight, so you had to really, dial in your turning, so the car, you would have to wait a little bit. And then here you'll see on the next run, I turned way too much and just went straight through the fountain, which thankfully was a fountain, not a wall. Yeah, so that was very strange to get used to, but after a few passes, I'll let you guys watch this without me talking. After a few passes, it actually made sense, and yeah, I got the hang of it.
Gut, nächster startet. Ja, unten passt, ne? So, also wir können das Ding ja mal folgendermaßen probieren. Fährst nochmal 40 km/h und links einen Tick weniger. Jetzt mach nächste Runde wieder mit lösen, dann kommst du vorbei. So, jetzt vamos. Vorher lächeln, nicht wahr? Dann lächeln und schön auf der Bremse bleiben, ne? Machst du? Ah, sehr gut. One. Gegengelenk, jawohl, 43, supi. Ja, genau so, warte, Lenkung zurück, sehr schön.
The cool thing is about these track days, and if there's ever any driving safety tests that you can take, or classes that you can take, I would highly suggest that, because you really get to know and get to not only experience how the car reacts, but also try out different stuff, different ways, techniques. I mean, on the open road, when there's really like a dangerous situation, it's gotta work or you're gonna crash. So here you can try different ways of conquering the task at hand. The instructor also helps, because he tells you what the perfect way for you probably is with that kind of car. I have rear-wheel drive mostly, but also all-wheel drive, and other people have front-wheel drive, other people only have rear-wheel drive, other people only have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, and depending on how heavy the car is, what kind of tire setup you're running, and so on and so on. He always gave us tips, which was very, very nice, and also pushed us in the right direction, because after a while you really get the hang of it. Even if you screw up, it doesn't matter, because it's a test ground, so you're all safe, nothing can happen. If you do spin out, it really doesn't matter, because everyone kind of spun out that day multiple times. So it's all about learning, all about experiencing and helping each other out. and listening to the instructor of what he has to say, because he's been doing this for, what did he say? I think 20 or 30 years, something like that. Long time, so he actually knows what he's talking about. And yeah, very, very fun. So here we went into a corner on the very, very slick top, which was interesting as well, because the car made sounds that were very violent, even though it didn't feel like it because of the, you know, the surface of the ground. But yeah, very, very slick. First, the car just went straight. Didn't really want to turn. You noticed you had it turned, but it tried to go straight. After a while, after holding the turn, it would break out the rear, which was kind of fun. But so unexpected, because you have to hold that turning radius in your steering wheel for so long for it to break out. Kind of interesting. So yeah, that was another fun part. First we did a right corner. After that we switched to a left corner, which was more fun, to be honest, because on the left corner the slick part went up the hill after the corner. So at one point you're gonna see I got the car sideways and just went full throttle, which was very, very fun. And yeah, I'll let you watch these as well, and then we'll go on to the next one.
Ohne Pizza backen, ne? Oder Teller waschen. Gut, so, fahr wieder ein bisschen schneller rein. Ach, guck mal, wie schön der sich bewegt. Das ist doch Geilomat, oder? Das ist doch mal Geilomat. Sehr gut. Viel, ne? Nächster Staffel. So, aber hier ist überhaupt nichts, wenn er sieht, die AMG-Freunde tappen volles Rohr aufs Gas, lenken keinen Stecken gegen, hauen sich dann irgendwo seitlich in Laternenmast. Die können es ja richtig, ne? Die Brüder. Ich bin zu schnell und hab zu viel Lenkwinkel. Was wird das Auto machen? Untersteuern. Genau, das hat er auch getan. Ja, super gelenkt. Gut. Schön, ja. Cool, dass er das jetzt merkt und mit Kopfnicken schon mal bestätigt, jo, du hast recht, weil das wäre dann nicht von Erfolg gekrönt. Ja, dezent ist gut. Ja, hast du schön hingezirkelt.
This was probably my favorite session right here, because it was a very, very slick top. They had this sliding pad, which would break out the rear of your car. First we did runs where it broke out to the left. After that we did it to the other side. And the fun part was, after that, the instructor didn't tell us which way it would go. So it was random. And it was the funniest thing, because Dennis went before me. He spun out immediately in that part. After that, I did the exact same thing. Like we've talked to each other like what way to spin out. So that was very, very fun. But yeah, if it's unexpected, it's that harsh that the rear breaks out, it's very hard to, you're expecting it to go one way and you start moving that way, but it breaks out the other way, so it's kind of hard to catch the car. And in one session or two sessions, I believe, I spun out completely.
Das macht doch Bock, wenn man auch die Chance hat, das Ding abzufangen.
Here you can see how I spin out like completely. I almost had it, but yeah, spun out.
Fast noch gepasst. Scheiße. Habt ihr zwei euch abgesprochen, oder? Zwei Kumpels tanken super, ne? Leckt mich doch an den Socken, ne? Hast du das Gleiche gemacht? Ja, super. Lenken zurückgedreht. Klasse.
The last part after the lunch break, which was very nice, had some great food, everything was included. And the last part was a full-on braking in the dry. And I've never done that with a car with this wheel and tire setup. It felt like I was gonna fly through the windshield. It was insane. Overall, the car performed great. Talked to some of the other drivers, and it was a whole lot of fun that day. I cannot recommend this enough. This is the Track and Safety Days at the Nurburgring, and I'm gonna put the Instagram up from these guys. Hope you enjoyed. And next video is coming up. We've actually done a little meet with our buddies. Also a little Stagea update. We had a big mishap with the car. Not even the car's fault, but you're gonna see that update in the next video. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you did like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and yeah, we'll keep you guys posted.